I got some double O's to offer up. And I hate doing this. I'm a prideful guy, you know? And the reason I came up with the concept of double O's is because I'm not wrong very often. Or at least I'd like to think I'm not. I'm pretty sure you guys are like, Louie, your ass is wrong all the goddamn time. You're probably right. But I refuse to acknowledge that. Okay? In my world, I'm not wrong very often. And so when I am wrong, when I am blatantly and overtly wrong, I'm going to own up to it. That's what men do. That's what a real man does. When you do something wrong, you own up to it. So that's why I came up with the concept of double O. However, I never envisioned myself having to offer up multiple double O's on one show, let alone like 5 or 6. But when you have such a bad show like I did last show, you got to bounce back. Let's start knocking down these double O's one at a time because, again, I don't want to do this, but it has to be done. I talked about a lot of things last podcast. It was so bad that I didn't want to go back and look at the last podcast. I didn't want to listen to it. It was terrible. And so let's start with one thing that I said last week. And I said a lot of things on the last podcast that were wrong. So bear with me. Might take a little while. Bucks uniforms during the postseason. I said last podcast, they've worn the white uniforms the entire time. And they're going to stick with it because they've been winning with them. And they wore them in the wild card game versus Washington and on the road at New Orleans and at Green Bay. And now they're going to wear them at home. They normally wear their solid color unis at the crib. Normally they wear the red tops and the pewter bottoms when they're at the crib. Well, Washington wore their white on whites in wild card weekend. So that forced Tampa to have to wear their red tops and pewter bottoms. So they didn't wear their white tops, pewter bottoms in wild card weekend. They haven't worn them the entire postseason. Okay. I was wrong. Didn't do my homework on that one. Didn't think about that one clearly before I said it. How about another erroneous Buccaneers Chiefs fact that I threw out there, that factoid that I didn't bother to look up. I thought I heard somebody say it. Anytime I do this shit, I get in trouble. You would have thought I would have learned my lesson by now. I think I've done it like 2 or 3 times on this podcast. Run with some shit I hear somewhere randomly. Don't actually fact check it, which normally I'm a stickler for that. Because I tell you, believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, even if it's spat by me, your man Louie T. And you guys took that to heart, and that's why I love you, because you listen. Because I didn't even adhere to my own shit. Did I tell you? I heard it somewhere randomly, and I just spit out, hey, first time in NFL history, 2 Super Bowl MVP quarterbacks, 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks have done battle with each other. I said, and remember I said I couldn't believe it. I said, we've had 54 of these. We will have our 55th on Sunday. And never has there been 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks going head to head before. That's hard to believe, but I still said it anyway. And then after the show, my man Derek B went down the list and he kept finding another matchup featuring 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and 2 MVPs. And he found another one, and then he found another one, and then he found another one. I'm like, well, shit. I was wrong, wasn't I? It was Russell Wilson versus Tom Brady. It was Eli Manning versus Tom Brady the second time. He went back in the archives and grabbed one. It was a Raiders game. I think it was Joe Theismann and Kenny Stabler or something. I don't remember what. He went back, though, a ways. There were plenty of them, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. I was wrong. Wrong as hell. As wrong gets. That's what happens when you don't do your work, though. And you guys didn't believe what I said, and you shouldn't. Believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, even if it's spat by me, your man, Louie T. And you guys challenged me on that. He was like, hey, Louie T, you wrong as shit. I was. Okay. I was wrong. How about the prediction for the Bucks game? Bucks and Chiefs. Hell, how about the Bucks in general? I was so wrong about them all season long. God damn. But this one in particular, I was adamant. There was no way they were going to beat the Chiefs unless, and I did throw this caveat out there, unless they get pressure on Mahomes. And what did they do? They got pressure on Mahomes like nobody's business. However, that's still not an excuse. I was wrong. Okay. I was wrong about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020. Flat out wrong. From the beginning of the season, before it even started, to the very end. I didn't think they were going to go to New Orleans and win. I didn't think they were going to go to Green Bay and win. And I didn't think they were going to go home against Kansas City and win. And they did. In convincing fashion. Okay. I was wrong. God damn it, this is getting old quick. All right. What did I tell you about Carson Wentz? Said he wasn't going to get traded. Said the Eagles did everything this offseason to make sure that Carson Wentz was comfortable, that they could resurrect his career, that they had invested so much in Wentz that they weren't going to trade him now after hiring Nick Sirianni and going out and hiring Steichen from the Chargers to resurrect this Carson Wentz quarterback corpse from the dead. And I said it multiple times, but I was so adamant last week. So adamant. Then over the weekend, I got the same tweet from Adam Schefter that I got just a week ago. That you got, the same tweet a week ago that says, hey, Carson Wentz trade imminent. Don't know when, but it's happening sometime this week. They said it to us last week with Matthew Stafford. Happened on Sunday. Or Saturday night, actually. So it's coming this week. Don't ask me. I don't know when. I don't know where and to who. And how and what's going to be the compensation. But I told you it wasn't happening. Well, another one wrong for the good guy. Even my voice is like, how many times you going to apologize, man? We don't do this shit. Voice is crackling on your ass. I know. I'm almost done. Voice. Okay. I was wrong about Carson Wentz getting traded. His ass is getting dealt. For what now is the real question. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show. And I got one more final double O to drag up because if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And I like to get out in front of my misses. I like to go and rebound like Russell Westbrook. I like to go rebound my own miss and put it back. I don't need you rebounding my shit. Couple of years back in the draft, and look, I don't have to do this because nobody's right about it. Even the people that get paid professionally to do this shit isn't right 35% of the time. Anyway, if I'm right, I make sure you guys know it because I say it 10 million times. So when I'm wrong, I'm going to make sure you guys know it as well. I've told you that already about me. There was this discussion 3 drafts ago about Devin White and Devin Bush, the 2 Devins. There were only 2 good linebackers in that entire draft class. And they both were going to go in the top 15 of the draft. And you had a decision to make. Which one piqued your interest the most? They were both going to go. But if you needed an inside linebacker, you had to pick one. Which one was it going to be? And I was adamant. It's not Devin White. It's Devin Bush is the one you want. And I said, and look, this is not an indictment on Devin Bush. He's not trash. Okay? Much like Devin White a couple of years back, he got injured. He's going to have to come back. I want to see what he does off this injury. However, I don't care if he comes back and he's the second coming of Ryan Shazier inside. I don't care if he looks like Devin White, smells like Devin White, and even plays like Devin White. He's not better than Devin White. I was wrong about which Devin was the better Devin. I'm convinced now more than ever Devin White is the best of the Devins. Okay? Okay. I was wrong. Devin White has won this fight in the second round by way of knockout. This one is over. I was wrong. Devin White is by far the superior Devin. I'm done with the double O's for today. There'll be many more of these to come in the future because, as I've mentioned already, I'm wrong all the damn time. But you will never get them in a 6-pack or 5-pack or however many. I lost count. How many you just got just now? Got too much pride for that shit. But the pot was so bad last episode. So many mistakes. I shot 6 for 29 from the field. I had to come back and correct that. Got it right or wrong.